Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be jumping straight into the Polkadot price point right now. DOT priced at $15.22, about a 5% increase in the last 24 hours, making a great recovery in the last couple of weeks like every other altcoin pretty much across the board. The crypto space has been really recovering in a great pace, continuing to see Bitcoin climb around 40K, and now Polkadot, like I said, a 5% increase in the last 24 hours. If we take a look at the last week, about a 24% increase in Polkadot. If we take a look at the last month, though, we are still seeing a 3.3% decrease in the entire last month. So I do expect us to continue on this recovery road and seeing great benefits and profits to those who tried to buy that low and tried to buy those red markets. So I do expect, like I said, big things to come for those who wait. And I talked about this prior in many videos. Buying red is huge. Buying these green markets, not so much. So jumping into the first tweet before we jump into too much price chart wise and price prediction wise, I do want to talk a little bit more about really what's going on with Polkadot and why I still think this is such a special coin. So jumping into the first one, we see five best places to stake Polkadot, in my honest opinion. So this is a nice tweet from Johnny, and he talks about Binance being the top, Kraken being the second, Fearless third, Ledger Live fourth, and then Polkadot.js. So you can actually see some of the usability, security, and then you talk about the liquidity as well as staking rewards. So if you actually look at the staking rewards, Binance is actually going to be your highest percentage-wise out of these five in staking rewards percentage. So quite high at 14.3% staking rewards. And you can jump into the usability and security section if you want to take a look a little bit deeper. But, realistically, this is huge. Continuing to show massive, really passive rewards possible with Polkadot. And I think that's one of the honest reasons as why a lot of people are investing in Polkadot, because they love the idea of making passive income, passive, really returns. So jumping back into another tweet, we see, did you know that did you know that common good parachains are parachain slots reserved for functionality that benefits the ecosystem as a whole? Learn more about the purpose of these parachains and the categories they fall into from Polkadot Wiki. So they do have a Polkadot Wiki, and they talk more about this in the Wiki. So they talk about common good chains and really how they all work. So public utility chains, common good chains in development, obviously have statement there, as well as they talk about some bridges in the bottom. But, just great development by the Polkadot Wiki, continuing to show a lot of great information for those who are maybe new to Polkadot and want to learn more, or, those developers that want to, jump into a little bit more advanced, because there is obviously that advanced area and section as well. But before we jump into too much, like I said, too much technical, let's just skip on over to the next spot. We see Polkadot validators. So keep your eyes on Polkadot.polkaassembly.io, which increases the number of active validators by plus 100. Counselor Rawl is making an argument against it due to matters of variance with rewards as we experienced on Kusama. I would like to add the following. So he actually talks more about it, but we're not going to jump into too much of this, but it continues to show how big parachains and Polkadot could continue to grow. We have a lot of people very excited about the future of parachain, obviously, and Polkadot. But I do want to talk about one thing before we jump too much farther into Polkadot, because this is another way to earn great passive income. It's going to be BlockFi.com. So BlockFi.com is a sponsored little post in today's video talking about the future of finance. So the old way of doing things doesn't cut it anymore. With BlockFi, you can use cryptocurrency to earn interest at up to 7.5% APY, borrow cash, and buy or sell crypto. There are no hidden fees, no minimum balances, and no reason to wait. So like I said, BlockFi, they actually have a credit card. They have been starting to give those out to their wait list. So definitely take advantage of BlockFi. Like I said, if you use my link when you sign up, you can get up to $250 worth of Bitcoin right away. So that's definitely a big bonus on top of everything that BlockFi has to offer. So definitely, like I said, check them out. Let them, use my link to sign up, because it'll actually help you as well as help the channel. So jumping back into Polkadot, I do want to take a look at their website a little bit before we jump into those price predictions and the price chart analysis. So true interoperability. So Polkadot enables cross-chain blockchain transfers of any type of data or asset, not just tokens. And that's huge. Continuing to show so much utility that Polkadot has, and really the use cases that could be possible with Polkadot. So they also talk about here at the very top, actually, we should probably start at the top, because this is really one of the most understanding and important parts of Polkadot. Polkadot development is on track to deliver the most robust platform for security, scalability, and innovation. And that's definitely true. And I think, realistically, Polkadot's going to be absolutely massive as we get really kind of bigger and bigger as a really crypto space altogether. So we're continuing to see a lot of big things taking place with Polkadot, obviously economic and transactional scalability, as well as easy blockchain innovation, forkless and future-proof, security for everyone, and user-driven network governance. If you go down a little bit more, you can talk more about the governance, staking, and bonding. So staking is, like I said, one of the big things that incentivizes people to hold. Right now with having such large incentivizations with, I don't know if I said that correct, incentivizations. I don't know. I don't think that's a word, but incentive. A lot of big incentives out there. With staking rewards being 14.3% on Binance, Kraken 12%, Fearless 13.5%, Ledger Live 13.5%, and Polkadot JS 13.5% as well. Just massive, like I said, continuing to show huge possibilities for earning passive income. And then we have, going down a little more from their blog, you can learn a lot more about Polkadot and what they're trying to accomplish, as well as talking about State Mine upgrades, launches new phase of parachain functionality. And State Mine is definitely something that, really you should be looking into if you have not already. If you are holding Polkadot, definitely, like I said, jump in, do your own research on State Mine. It's definitely a great project, State Mint. It's definitely a great project with huge potential. And we've talked about this before, some of the big things that come in mind when you think of State Mint or State Mine, really this upgrade altogether. So I do want to talk about, really, like I said, those price predictions for the end of the year, end of the bull market part 20, or I guess part 2, not part 2022. But, let's jump back to Polkadot real quick. See this $15.22 price point right now, and where do we think this could go in the near future? Because of everything that's going on with Polkadot, the progress, the upgrades, the incentivization that I've been just making up on the spot. There's huge things that could be continued to be valued as Polkadot holders, and I think by the end of the year we could easily see price points pushing closer to maybe $40 to $80 at the very end of the year, and that's very, very conservative. Do remember, I do think Polkadot has what it takes to actually push even higher than that, and that's because by the end of bull market part 2, I really realistically, believe we could see anywhere from $80 to $140 of Polkadot, I guess, per Polkadot by, like I said, by the end of that 2022 bull market run. So hopefully that does continue to make you guys very bullish on Polkadot, because in my opinion, you should be. Right now, we're in a great market, recovery phase. We may see some downturns, may see some accumulation periods yet again, maybe even some more manipulation. But, realistically, I do believe in the next couple of years, we are going to continue to see a lot of these coins, a lot of these altcoins that have real world functionality and use cases and utility do very, very well in this space. So thank you guys again for tuning in. If you guys have not already, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. If you guys have not also already went onto my Twitter account and followed me, I would appreciate it, as we have 5,510 of you doing an amazing job at following me on Twitter. Definitely take advantage of this and jump onto my Twitter and follow me. I will try to tweet more often than not. And, July 23rd was my last tweet, so I'll probably be tweeting here in a little bit to try to give you guys some content. So thank you guys again